Well, tonight's The Queen's Idol Mind. Showbiz was on location at LA's Nokia Theater for another great performance from the legendary Aretha Franklin last night. We caught up with the always candid music icon for a little one-on-one in her dressing room just before she took the stage and wowed the crowd. I think she just gets better. Just an amazing performance. But we had to ask, with Mariah now in at Idol, where does that leave the Queen of Soul, who, quite frankly, made it very clear that she would love to fill one of those coveted judges' seats? Showbiz Tonight's Nichelle Turner spoke with Aretha to find out if she's really ready to take on the next generation of singers and help launch them into superstardom.
One of the things I think your fans love so much about you is that you tell it like it is. Miss Aretha is real. And I love how you came out recently and said, you know what, American Idol, you all need me.
Well, I wasn't exactly saying that, but I wouldn't mind being a judge. I think that some of the leading singers should judge singers. You know what I'm saying? And I just, I see these different shows from show to show, but I don't see any of the major names as a singer judging singers. That's what I was saying.
What kind of judge would you be? Nurturing, more biting, like Simon, more to the point? What kind of judge would you be?
I think that constructive criticism, if any. If any. Hopefully you wouldn't have to say anything, but constructive.
Now, they have came out and named Mariah Carey as one of the new judges.
I saw that.
What do you think about that?
That's all right. I like Mariah. She's a very, very gracious person, and we've been friends for a long time. I met her at the Grammys many years ago, back in the, what was it? Ooh. Well, it wasn't that many, but back in the Grammys, she came up and introduced herself to me very politely, and I'm just a very nice person. I liked her. And so I'm happy for her.
And she's going to be making $18 million for 1 year.
You think so?
We know so.
Do you know that? How do you know that?
Well, that's what we have it confirmed through a source very close to her.
Okay, I was going to say inside sources. Would that be her husband?
But she's the highest paid judge on television. That's going to mean that's...
Well, I would think that they would certainly have to compensate her for the loss of her concerts for the year. So those numbers could add up and accumulate.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
I love Aretha Franklin. She always is telling it like it is. I'm sure Idol fans can't wait to see if she's actually there sitting side by side with Mariah Carey when the new season of American Idol begins. But right now, let me bring in Nichelle Turner from Showbiz Tonight, who has more on her one-on-one with the Queen of Soul. And Nichelle, it was interesting for me to hear Aretha say she would hope if she was a judge, she wouldn't have to say anything. So I'm curious how you think she would fit in if she actually got the call to be on Idol.
AJ, if you think Aretha would be on that show and not say anything, then we're both going to bring the crazy. Because I think, though, she would be fantastic. I mean, she's not called the Queen for nothing, and she does tell it like it is. Now, if I'm looking at this, though, just as a viewer, can you imagine this? Aretha Franklin, Mariah Carey giving the criticism to the next generation of singers? That's fantastic. So I think she would be great.